Hello, students. Do you think these organisms or species are related? Humans, represented by these two individuals here, Jay-Z and Jessica Simpson. Canines or dogs, aves or birds. Chimpanzees, representing the primates. Pufferfish, zebrafish, or the swine or pig. Do you think these organisms or species are related? What do you think these species Do you think these species appear on Earth all at the same time? And what evidence can you look for to support or contradict your beliefs or hypotheses? Right? Scientists want to have evidence. We just can't um, go by whatever we want to think or what is favorable, right, to our feelings. We have to find evidence. So, what evidence is there to show? Well, have you seen already? Have you seen the the other videos on fossilization that fossils could be made? Right here, you see layers of sedimentary rock. Right, that's built by small sediments underneath the ocean over millions of years. Right, and in each of these layers of rock, you could find fossils, and it tells you a history of life. Right, and it shows that in the lower areas you have simple animals that led to terrestrial animals that live on land, plants on land, and eventually to new life here, Cenozoic, which we are part of. So fossils are a great form of evidence to show that the Earth is old, right? So if fossilization process takes millions of years, what can be concluded about the age of the Earth and the life that existed in the past from the fossils we find? And the time it takes to make fossils. So fossil takes millions of years, so therefore the Earth has to be older than that. And from that we conclude that the Earth is very old. And from the fossils we see, right? Let me see. Let me get the right slide here. I want to show. Right. So here we see a fossil, right? That relates birds, modern birds, to dinosaurs, right? This was a feathered dinosaur, as you can see the um, the feather impressions here, right? And modern birds have very much similarities to that fossil, and therefore you can conclude that modern birds have came from a group of dinosaurs that survived the mass extinction of all the other dinosaurs, right? So life shows that the life in the past, the fossils show that life in the past was different than it is today, but there are many similarities. Okay, so let's get back to this. All right, there are similarities also in present day species. So if you look at um, the limbs of the human, the cat, the whale, the bat, right? All these limbs or appendages perform different functions, but they have similar structure. So what can we conclude about that, right? So how are the limbs similar? And why is this evidence of a shared common ancestry or not? Well, this is lens, right? Since they all have one humorous, it must have come from a common ancestor. And likewise, all the connections. So that shows that these creatures had a common ancestors from which they came from. So here goes that fossil again. Also, if we look at the embryos or the babies of organisms from humans, rabbits, cows, pigs, chicken, tortoise or turtle, salamanders, type of little lizards, and fish, they seem very, they look very alike, right? From the moment that that fertilization, egg and sperm come together, and the embryo starts differentiating into the organism that they will be, right? So when they start out very alike. So that shows that, and fossils shows that fish were the oldest of these organisms. So that shows that at one point in time, humans derived from a fish-like organism and all the other organisms as well. So it shows that we're all related, at least the vertebrate terrestrial animals. All right. Thank you. So we looked at evidence of common ancestry, fossils, comparative anatomy of present day species, and comparative embryology. Thank you, and see you later.